Hey there, it's Bernardo, and you're watching Vibe Code with me. So it's getting harder and harder to finish this series. Maybe I will never finish this series. I don't know. Because my idea initially was to list a lot of the AI coding agents out there and test them all. But because I take so long to do these videos, it takes me about like 3 hours per tool. In the meantime, there are always new tools coming up. And today we're going to take a look at one that I think came out right after I started doing these videos. And yeah, we're going to take a look at AMP. So AMP is another coding agent. It's available in CLI and also as VS Code and Fork extension. So VS Code, Cursor, Windsurf. I guess you can get another VS Code based IDs, and and also in CLI, which is the thing that I'm gonna test, and we're gonna take a look. It is built by the folks from Sourcegraph, and if I recall correctly, I took a look at them a while ago because of their code search. I was working in a bigger company who had this really big monorepo, and I remember people discussing about navigating the code base. It was a complicated code base. And I think this is one of the first things that they've done is like this deep search, this agent to understand the code base. And I think this is the first thing that they've done. But now they are going into this, agentic coding, agents for delegating tasks and, the things we've been testing. And we're going to be taking a look at that. I have not experienced that. I haven't heard anyone talk about it. I know, pretty sure people will be talking about it in Reddits of sort, but I have not a lot of information. So I'm going to jump into this as raw as I can be. I just took a glance in their AMP owner's manual, and it seems that they pretty basic stuff. They support like MCPs. They have sub agents. Most likely, I'm not gonna test all the small details. They have this. They have a few things layouts but this for the cursor one. I'm gonna be using the CLI. I'm not sure if there's any difference between CLI and whatnot. They say they have some built-in tools, but I couldn't find what are built-in tools. I want to know if they support something like LSPs. But if not, we already have the LSP MCP that we've been using for some other agents. And they have this concept of workspaces. I feel like they are geared more towards enterprise and bigger companies. So I'm not sure if this is the fit for me or even for smaller companies. I don't know. I think their pricing as well is a little bit weird. I was checking the price, and it seems that it's prepaid only, so they don't have like a plan, like a monthly plan or something like that. So it's pay as you go, which I think might make sense for enterprise. You don't want to be rate limited or whatever. You just want to pay for what you use, and but this can get expensive. So I have a feeling that they're targeting more bigger companies and companies, not necessarily individuals. I'm gonna see how much. I think the $10 free usage should be enough. I'm gonna test, but maybe I'm gonna have to put some credits in. So this is what we're gonna do. I already have an account, so let's get started. So the first thing, I'm gonna sign in. I created an account with my Google account. So I'm logged in, and they give these instructions on how to install their CLI. I can just run that, but I think I want to use. I want to go with npm install instead. I don't want to run this random bash scripts. So I'm just going to come in here and going to do this. All right. Okay, we have AMP. Great. AMP. How do I log in? Okay, AMP login. Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm logged in. It showed me an option to cancel existing API key, so I'm not sure. Maybe I can only have one API key. So I have these workspaces. I'm not sure if I need a workspace, but I guess workspace is a way to, again, this is targeted more to companies, I guess. So workspace is kind of like an organization, is where the billing goes. So you can, for your employees to use it. And there's this workspace leaderboard. I don't know, what is that? Like, are we competing now on on how many Vibe Code sessions we have? Yes, I have leaderboard. Right. I think this is all. I think now I can come here and I should have AMP installed. I think I'm just going to go jump straight into the project setup and see how we do for that. So as usual for the project setup, I'm going to go to the template. I'm going to create a new repository from this template. I'm going to call Expensify AMP. And I will wait a little bit. Maybe refresh the page. Yeah. Right. So I'm gonna copy this. Git clone this. Gonna authorize that. CD Expensify AMP. Gonna do mistrust. Mis install. npm install. And as soon as it's done, As soon as it's done, I'm gonna run AMP and I'm gonna see how to set it up. Okay, so it is agents md is the file. I can have a home config agents md. We can upload images. Okay. Okay, so you can tell how much to think, and it will change the think budget. Think really hard. I like the ultra think from Cloud Code. Ultra think. I feel like it's cool. But okay. Mentioning files. I'll use the edge to mention files. For the search, queuing message, we can queue up messages. Okay. Okay, so I can, instead of sending, I can do command shift enter and then it will queue the message while it's still working. Okay, use -x. CLI, we're not using that too much. So I guess this is useful for like CI/CD or whatnot. Okay, pipe input, I'm not gonna use that. Has some slash commands. Okay, you can dequeue all the messages. Continue an existing thread. Open your editor, compact. Pretty much the standard thing. Nothing fancy here. Generate agent file, similar to the init from Cloud Code. We can create custom slash commands. So this is interesting. I likely can do, we can likely set up GitHub spec kit if we want to use that. I've been using that in another project of mine. Okay, shell mode. Okay, instead of bang is a $sign. Okay, so $sign includes the command and output in the context window. If it will double $sign, it will just execute. But I mean, just go to another terminal. Okay. Okay, so it has streaming JSON. I guess this is to integrate the agent. I would love to see agent client protocol instead. Maybe you can take this JSON stream and convert into some sort of like ACP. Okay, threads. Threads are conversation with the agents. I think threads are saved in the cloud. Yeah. So different. I think Cloud Code, the threads are local only. This has benefits and downsides. Benefit is that it is local. The downside is that if you want to go to another computer or whatever, you have to. Yeah, you're not gonna have the threads. You cannot continue a conversation. This is actually a nice take, right? Because if the threads are in a workspace and the workspace belongs to the team, threads are shared by default. This is great. Like if you open like a pull request and you collaborate it with AMP, what I've been doing a lot in Cloud Code is export the whole history and put in my GitHub PR. But having this, I don't know. I want to check how the UI looks like for the threads. This can be an interesting thing, right? Like people can see how was the thread with the agent. So that's interesting for teamwork. I like that. Okay, managing context. Okay, yeah, compact thread. Maybe it has a. Man, I'm not sure what's the difference between compacting the existing thread or creating a new thread with summary. Maybe that will impact, the UI on, how you read, like how you're gonna read the whole thing in the end. Yeah, not sure. File changes. Okay. Okay, amp tab. Okay, so it does have in editor completion, but I guess this is only going to be able to work in like VS Code. Oh, can I do that in Vim? Yeah, I will take a look at code completion in another moment. I'm going to focus on the agentic workflow. I have a video scheduled to go through all the code, tab completion solutions, which I think is also a really good agentic use case. Like I do it a lot for writing tests, but today we're focusing on the agent experience. But yeah, good to know that they offer something like that as well. Because this is honestly one of the things that I miss the most about Cursor. Like since moving from Cursor to Cloud Code, I miss code completion a lot. I've been using some solutions, but I don't think they are as great as Cursor's, tab completion. So maybe this can be an interesting one. Okay. Yeah, workspaces, tools. Yeah, there's some built-in tools. I have no idea what are the built-in tools. You can find inside tool amp extension settings. Okay. So amp here. Oh, wait, what is amp? Okay, I'm going to do npm add sg. And let me just go through the installation again. CLI pnpm. Yeah, probably I'm using a different version of Node. Okay, I'm just gonna do with npm again. It's because I'm likely using a different Node.js version. Yeah, I'm using a specific Node version and I changed the one on my system. So whatever, this should be okay, amp. Okay. No, there's a new Vim plugin. Oh, Oh, nice. I guess this should provide. Okay, let me see this. Okay, I don't think this is gonna be. I'm gonna test that later. But yeah, I don't think this is that important for me right now. Not sure if that includes the tab thing. But yeah, okay, they have some IDE integrations. This is cool. JetBrains, NeoVim. Okay. Yeah, subagents using in VS Code. Okay. Two settings. Already, that's the settings. Okay, how do I check amp dash help? It's not clear to me how do I set up the built-in tools. Okay, amp tools list. Yeah. What are the built-in tools? I'm confused. Set up the skeleton tool in a toolbox. Amp tools make. What is that? Oh, okay, so I guess this is, I think it was open code. You could write like, yeah. So like in open code, you can have tools that are written in JavaScript. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. I'm not gonna use that, but yeah, you just know that you can write some JavaScript and create custom tools. This can be great to configure. Like this is easier to do than MCP servers, you know? It's just simple JavaScript functions. All right. Okay. I think we are good to testing. So again, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open new Vim. Here I'm going to copy this, save this as agents md. I'm gonna come here, MCP, and I want to see how to configure MCP servers. So I guess, okay, configuration file. How do I do a per project? Yeah, this seems that it is a. You know what I'm gonna do? I wanna. Yeah, let me try one thing here. VS Code settings.json. I wanna try to see if I can do, you know, MCP. Yeah, similar. I'm just gonna copy this. So let me just come here. Yeah, let's just do this. And I guess schema. Is that a real thing? Whatever. Yeah, this auto completion is weird. But I don't want this. I want AI MCP.json. I want this thing here. These two. I'm just gonna come here, do this, save, and try to do amp tools list. Okay. amp. Does it work? What MCP tools you have available for you? Oh, I'm gonna have to. Okay, wait a second. Amp. How do I check if I'm logged in? I'm gonna try it again. Okay, I'm already logged in. Oh, so I think I'm gonna have to pay. What is the 10 free USD? Okay, I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna pay for that, and we're gonna see. All right, we're back. I likely lost the funds because I signed up and then I don't know what happened. Something changed. I don't know. Maybe you're gonna have the $10 for free, but I didn't. So yeah, let's try it again. Amp, what tools you have available for you? Okay, so we can see the. Okay, so we can see the built-in tools. That's interesting. So it does have web search, has mermaid, maybe to generate diagrams. Interesting. Yeah, the to-dos, and there's of course bash and tasks to delegate to sub agents. Then there's Finder. Again, this is what I think is our main offering, like the Sourcegraph thing, like find code and indexing. And okay, Oracle AI advisor for planning, review, debugging. I guess this is just delegating to another agent, maybe to think more or whatever. I'm not sure. Okay, so this is not how I add. How do I add a MCP? I'm gonna do amp tools make help. No, that's not one. Amp MCP. How do I add? Oh, maybe I can just do this. Okay, let me just do amp MCP config AI MCP. Doctor. Okay, maybe if I do amp settings file and do VS Code settings.json. Permissions. Okay, this is weird. What tools you have available for you? Okay, yeah, it worked. So it has Prisma. Okay, yeah, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna come here, but I'm going to place it here. I'm gonna say amp.json, amp.json, and yes. All right. And I guess we can just delete this. All right. Oh, what? Amp support bundle, whatever that is. Guess was the bug. Okay, I'm gonna call this project setup, and I think we're ready to start. But I'm not gonna do this right now. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna do some other uh, small projects, and we're gonna be back soon. But before I do that, let me just do another thing. Yeah, I'm gonna start Docker Compose up -d, and I'm going to also copy the .env already. cp.m.example.env. I think I can do, let me use pnpm test reset, pnpm test. Tests are passing? No, tests are not passing. Okay, because I have to do pnpm ub test reset. Is that how to do? Db push test. Db push test. Yeah, it works. npm test reset. If I run test again, it will fail, right? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, we're good to go. Gonna take a break. I'm gonna be right back. So yeah, see you soon. All right. It took me a while, but I'm back. So I will copy the prompt that we'll be always using, and I'm gonna start amp. And just a new vim, do amp here. Oh, I need to pass amp dash settings file and amp.json. And I need to send this. Let's see. Okay, next product, perfect. PRG main, right. Tasks. Oh, that templates. Sorry, /tasks. I guess I cannot pass like a directory, maybe. But yeah. All right. Probably because I don't have anything in the Git, and then it's just not counting the. No, for a second I thought that this thing was like detecting my voice somehow. Whatever. Of course not, but just felt like it. All right. Let's see what it does. I'll help you plan and build expense management application. Let me start by examining the current state of the project. That's good already, and creating comprehensive task plan. All right. Okay, let me just stop. Let's not do all the database schema up front, and let's also not leave the UI for the last step. Instead, let's do incremental changes so we can verify the progress along the way. By the way, I wanted to. That's bad. I pressed Shift Enter. Okay. All right. Let's see what this is. Oh wait, what? I have no idea where these files are. Maybe I have to wait and then I review everything at once. Maybe. Okay. Did you create? Okay, you created files now. So it batched. Okay, let's do task 1, but let's make sure that let's update task 1 to make sure that as part of the schema changes, part of the changes, we also remove the placeholder posts setup. That part was just what T3 stack gave me by default. Okay, interesting. Okay, nice. All right. Oh, that's nice. So this is what I was talking about. Like one of the interesting things about having the threads in the sync to the cloud is that you can share and you can people can see exactly the process. That's nice. That's nice. Let me check how much we use of our $5 already. Yeah, so not very encouraging. So we already used like 50 cents and we pretty much just got started. But yeah, we'll see. All right, back to the project. Okay, dismiss. What else can we do here? Yeah, I really want to try this connect to IDE. Yeah, maybe we should give this a try. Okay, I can do continue. Okay, editors for me to write a prompt. And I guess I can just, okay. New, start a new thread and continue an existing thread. One thing that I wonder is, can I continue, like, how does it know that is the same project? Like, if I come here to, for example, and I do amp, and I do continue. So this is really weird. I'm working on a project to have sessions running in the cloud. I'm going to talk more about that later in the future. But then this is weird. Like I can load. Yeah, I wish it had some notion of project, because then these threads are weird. But yeah, you can find the thread. But I guess what weird stuff you could have if you load the wrong thread in the wrong thing, the agent's gonna get, hey, where I am, what are the files that I just thought I edited. Yeah, it can feel weird. Okay, can I commit? Can I? Okay, I'm gonna do git add dot git commit dash m dot added docs created tasks. All right, perfect. Now let's start with task 1. Okay, it successfully updated the task status. He's going to delete everything. Okay. What are you doing? Okay. Okay. So I guess the. So it doesn't have dev. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, not sure what this permissions rule 25 is. I want to delete that. Yeah, I wonder if it will be able to easily fetch. But yeah, I will. Oh, okay, but that was cool. It batched the requests, so yeah, it doesn't have to go like back and forth between the models. Like yeah, for every single tool call. Okay, edit failed. Why the edit failed? I want to understand why the edit failed. Okay, let's yes. PNPM. I like the sounds. This is like dopamine. Like I almost feel like in a casino. Ka-ching! uh, what if I do no? Because we never. Let's just check the schema. So yeah, it dropped the posts. So yeah, because we never ran migrations, we can call the migration something like initial migration. Yeah. All right, that is good enough. Yes. Oh yeah. Please make sure. Let me do that for you. It's gonna be easier. Compose. -d. My bad. Sorry, my bad. Server is running. My bad. DB is running now. Yeah, whatever. Hey, what? Okay, it's doing a bunch of things in parallel and it's getting a little bit hard to keep track what it's doing. It seems smart enough though, like it is actually removing the greeting thing. Yeah, all right. And the session and latest post. Yeah, okay. Okay, it worked. I mean, it is. It is quite fast. Like at least it again. I think a lot of the times these things they have there's a. It's hard to know whether the model and the agent is fast or whether it just feels that it's fast. And it's hard. And I mean, I'm not like actually measuring time, but some models they feel. Hey, what are they doing? What are they doing? Okay, I think I know what they're doing wrong. Let me just check. Organization. Sorry, test it. Yes. I guess what you're missing. LSP start. I think what you're missing is the alt mock. You are missing the alt mark as you had in the post test.ts. Okay, that's good. Okay, he's doing a bunch of edits. And sometimes it's hard to check. Okay, it mocked it incorrectly. Why am I grading it again? Okay, I know what I'm doing. You need to do the npm run. Actually, I'm just gonna run it for you. Yeah. The npm run test reset. You were missing the test reset that I just ran for you. Maybe it's gonna be easier for it to learn. Yeah, let's run the build. Let's see what bad can this be. But it's fixing the linked stuff already. Interesting. I mean, it feels honestly quite smart. Okay, let me validate it. npm run test. npm run dev. Localhost. Sign in. Bernardo at example.com. Localhost 8025. This is the part that was working because that's part of the template. All right, create your first organization, my org, create organization, role admin. Okay, that is good. Actually, it might be easier to start with task invite because it will allow us to manually test things. Yeah, I hate that Shift Enter also submits. Yeah, small UX thing. Can I, if I do this, can I Control J? Yeah. I don't know why people do Control J, but yeah, here we go. We can do multi-line Control J. What happens to? Okay, it just closed the box. Okay. Annotations. Organization. Okay. ID. Role. Yeah, let's go. Oh, interesting. So it grows the box, but it doesn't shrink the box. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, it seems like its ability to edit multiple things like in parallel and do a bunch of things in parallel seems like really interesting. I'm not sure how to evaluate it, but yeah, I see it's done a bunch of stuff. But then it makes it hard to review. Yeah, it doesn't feel as like pair programming as like Cloud Code. Cloud Code feels more like pair programming most of the time. Yeah, maybe there's a way to change the auto approve part. Oh, I didn't committed the task one. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, let's just allow for the session. Okay, let's review what was created so far. I think we have to act. I think this is more like you do this and then you assume it's like a PR review kind of like flow instead of like pair programming and reviewing along the way. Okay, should create an organization, add user as admin. There's not a lot of like validations, I guess. It can go wrong, but okay, should return all organization for the user, should not return organization user if not member of. Organization user not a member of. Okay. So other user creates this, organization create members, create other user ID, all right, and then it comes here with the mock session is a test user ID, which I guess is on the before each. Okay, all right, this is good enough. Okay. Yes, testing that you return the correct. Oh, sorry, correct. You return the correct row. Let's see. This is member. This is admin. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Yeah, all right. I think this is good. Let's see the invitation test. And I want to see what it's done with the invitation. Yeah, LSP restart. And also do this internal server error. I guess I have to, restart it. Sometimes is all we need. Yeah, okay. Loading team. Oh my god, that was fast and pretty good. Example.com. Send invitation. I hope it doesn't send an email. Okay. Okay, so if I open a new tab, localhost 3000, sign in, colleague, localhost 8025, login. Okay, how do I accept an invitation? Maybe there's a how do I accept an invitation? How do I accept an invitation to the UI? Oh, does it print to the console? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's mocking the email server for now, which is alright, I guess. I guess I just come here and do this. Oh, slash invitations. Invitation slash accept. It worked, but now there's an issue. Alright. Great. Invitation worked fine, but I got this error when entering the org page as a member. Control J. And let me get all the errors. Okay. Let me get this one. I want to see what it's going to edit. But so far, I'm impressed with AMP. The quality and the speed, it's insane. At least it feels really fast. Let's see what it changed. Current member role. Okay, you got all the members. I mean, will it work? Oh, React suspense. I guess it will work. Interesting. Okay. Oh, you got few errors. Okay. Let me go back here and do it again. That's not. I wanted to add more lines of file. That's not what I want. I want to use suspense here. Wait a second. Suspense. Yeah, I have to understand a little bit more about suspense. I'm a React newbie. Can't we just put an if around use suspense surely? Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's a fair thing. It explained the issue. Okay, and now we still have a few issues. I wonder what it's doing. Okay. Team content. Okay, I have no idea what you've done. Okay, let me. I think it's hallucinating a little bit. Okay, team page. Okay, so invitation, organization, ID, team content. Oh yeah, the issue is that because we need to do the prefetch. Okay, if we go here, okay, this is use client. Honestly, I hate this. I hate the whole. I think okay. Let's do this. Here we're gonna do API is gonna be server, and I'm gonna do this, and we're gonna do prefetch. Organization ID is gonna be ID. Okay, it's gonna be organization ID. Look at this. Divide this, and then maybe it will work now. This is just shenanigans. Can I add an image somehow? These pen indentations. Yes, it is. Okay, wait a second. What is the... This doesn't make any sense. This whole code doesn't make any sense. Oh no, okay. This row, okay, this row is the invitation thing, okay? Yeah, it's the form. Alright, sorry. Log is admin. It is showing is admin as true. Yeah, the issue is okay. This is let's make the current member thing is not working properly because it is just getting the first user from the org, which is the reason why it thinks it is an admin. Maybe use suspense query was fine all along. The issue was just that we weren't properly fetching the current. So maybe we can have organization.ts. So this get my organizations. Yeah, this whole thing is weird as hell. Okay, maybe we can have some sort of get organization method that returns the current user. Organization method that returns an org and the current user membership, similar to how we transform data in the get my organizations. Also, on top of that, it was fast but really weird. Like it followed the practices, but it was not like that smart. Query enabled. Okay. Yeah, that's still true for. Okay, let's see now. Yeah, switch to. Oh, it was missing the hydrate client. Okay, nice. Okay, I come here. All right, perfect. And this still works, right? Last but not least, list members shouldn't be part of the invitations, but organization. And I just realized that it just threw this thing in the. You are absolutely right. Yeah, that's a meme right now. Everybody knows that. You are absolutely right. Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay, nice. Can rehash tests. Okay, now I have an issue. Okay, I need to restart the server. Okay, nice. npm run test. Test reset. npm run test. Failing tests. Okay. Perfect. All right. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you should verify, but I won't. Especially because I forgot to do the commit between feature 1 and 6. But yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do git commit hm fit task 1 and 6. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Now I compact. Let's compact. Let's see how the compact goes. Okay. Before we proceed, let's do some quality of life improvements. 1. Let's make the mocking setup easier by doing them directly on vitest. What is the vitest? On a vitest setup file for the server tests. Let's redesign the app. Let's use shadcn UI. 2. Let's create 3 app shells. 2.2.1 basic, use it for a landing page in 2.2.2 logged in user scoped for pages where a specific org is not selected or doesn't exist, like a user welcome screen for when they just registered and still don't have any orgs, for example. 2.2.3 org scoped with a nice drop down selector to change organizations plus current selected organization taken from the URL path and a way to go back to the... Yeah, this should be all now. Yeah, let's see how it does that. Slight detour. Vector test setup file for server tests. I mean, it's using npx instead of pnpm. Okay, can I do like a memory? Remember, don't use npx, use pnpm instead, and remember this npm exec plus shed cn npm. How do I run with? Yeah, I don't like this npm glx. Okay, basic shell. Maybe I need to restart something. Yeah, maybe that was it. Okay, I come here, create organization, nice. Yeah, sorry. Okay. It is a bad experience, but whatever. I think we could do better. Network. Why when changing between nodes the page goes blank for a while? Let it cook, let it cook. It is a little bit better now. It shows a client side loading. And maybe we can keep the hard shell rendered while things are loading. That's what I expected. What? Okay, that was $5 in about 1 hour of Vibe Code session. I will put another I will put another $5 for the sake of this video, but oh, this is an expensive tool. This is an expensive tool. Yeah, be right back. All right, I'm back. I just paid. I'm gonna do a retry. Yeah, this is expensive. Oh, that's crazy. Like, if that is like assuming that rate, imagine like that it code for like 5 hours a day. We're talking about $25 per day. How much? Uh, yeah, 25 per day times 5 per week. So we're talking about $125 per week. That's like 6,500 per year. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Okay, let's see. Now I'm getting a photo from the slash organization slash. I'm just going to. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I have no idea what the hell I've done here. But yeah, whatever. Okay. I'm gonna copy this, paste it here, let it. Yeah, the problem with running npm build all the time is that it just breaks that server. Okay, my org, another org. Okay, that's great. Much better. All right, that's great. So test it, choose and redesign, whatever. I'm not feeling too okay. Let's do task 002. I'm gonna get something to drink. I'll be right back. That's a sock. That's weird. Oh, okay, I'm back. It's testing and all the tests are passing. And it's doing the UI just in time. Also got some grapes. Do you want some grapes? I want to know like how many, if anyone watches this video, like they just continue watching. If you're watching this and you're listening to me, or instead of just jumping in straight into the conclusion or whatever, let me know down in the comments, please. Like, hey, I heard you asking me to comment and I commented. I would love that. Thank you so much. All right. Let him cook. Okay. Okay, I shouldn't be able to add category as a member, right? Oh, I'm in another org. Let me go to my org. Categories. Okay, nice. Add category. Travel. Cabs. Flights. Train tickets. Etc. I can edit tickets, hotels, etc. Okay, new, and I can delete it. Okay, seems good. Looking great. Can we change the navigation to a side menu? Maybe even with a nice hamburger menu for mobile screens. Yeah, by the way, how does this look on mobile? Inspect. Yeah, it looks cramped. Adding icons, so we'll see for the icons. Sorry, I'm eating some grapes. I mean, it added the icons, but it didn't. Oh, okay, it added the just for the hamburger menu, I guess. Can we move the org selector to the side menu on mobile. So maybe even the logout button. Yeah, not the best, but I mean, I guess it gets the job done. Okay, when I do this, yeah. Okay, that's great. Git add dot git commit fm test 002. Let's do test 003. I think this might be the first one that we're gonna go through the whole list of tasks and more. So that's weird. Okay. I like that it done that. I fixed a lot of bugs at work because people were expecting a specific order. Okay, let's see if it can debug that. Out. It took me ages to know that. Requires manual review, but for that one little guy, travel, you can do 7,700 and doesn't require a manual review. Can I add another one for the same guy? Okay. Missing error handling here. Or error. No. No, that's bad. That's a bad. That's a bad error. Let me get the error correctly. I think we need to handle the error in the gRPC router. No? Yeah, this seems more like it. Add policy, travel. Still got an issue. Okay, I guess this is how gRPC works. I don't know, this is so weird. I was able to create multiple org-wide policies for the same category. Just add new unique index in Postgres using a partial index. Unique on schema. Category ID, organization ID, where user ID is no. Is log expected or should the error be handled more gracefully? Okay. Okay, it's good enough. Fit task 3. Let's do task 4. Oh, one thing I haven't checked is how this. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I haven't used a lot of like Opus. Maybe this is good because using like a model like Opus or something. I'm not sure why, but this feels better than Cloud Code. It's wild, but it's so expensive. It's so expensive. Oh no, no way! It cannot be. What is even going on here? Really? Have I spent in 17 minutes another $5? That's insane. That's insane. I'm gonna add my final $5 and see how fast that goes. Okay, already I just spent like 15 euros already on this. I want to try one thing. Maybe it's because the thread is too big. Maybe it's not doing proper management of the context. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's not great. Why is it so expensive? Why the credits go out so fast? Yeah, that's insane. It's funny because this is the most expensive one, and exactly when I'm doing the expense submission, I realize how much I spent on this. So yeah, take that as you wish. I don't know. Jeez, this is horrible. The how much expensive this is. Maybe if you are like a really big enterprise with a lot of money to burn, maybe this is justifiable. But I still think the return over investment compared to like if yeah, I can pay for Cloud Code max 5 times, and likely should be enough for most people, and it cost 100 a month, and then I'm here spending 15 in like 2 hours. It's just nuts. Yeah, it was a little bit faster than Cloud Code, but yeah, it's wild. Yeah, it's so crazy. Oh, I want to see how many credits I have by the end of this task. I think it's done with the task. I guess you pay what you get what you pay for, but still, it's insane, crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's restart this. That's okay. We're here, colleague, my expenses. Okay, submit expense. So technically, if I submit 600 for travel, it shouldn't allow, right? Travel rejected. Okay. If I submit 500, travel to, it should be. Oh, funny. It should. Yeah, it's a bug. Okay, pending review. Who reviews it? That's the question, right? Yeah, I'm gonna ask those questions really soon. But yeah, let's try here. So my expenses. If I submit 600, it should work. Travel to travel approved. Nice. If I submit another 600, it shouldn't approve, but I guess it will. Travel to, yeah, because it's not doing the, yeah. Okay, let me just pause and see how much money we got left. Yeah, that's just nuts. I just used about like 60, 70 cents on just that simple prompt. But yeah, let's. Uh, yeah, I want to wrap this up before. Again, this is mostly fault of not specifying things properly. I guess if I follow like spec kit, some proper specification would be great. Uh, expense. Yeah, I didn't. Who review? Oh, I guess the review process is another task, right? Yeah, no, I'm gonna do. I'm just going to continue. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I want to see if it can spend less money if I have a new thread. Task 4. Let's come here. Let's do new thread. Let's do task 5. Yeah. I want to see how that goes. Can I see how much I spent in this thread? Does it have like per? I can continue. Okay. I have my threads here. Okay, so now I have this that only admins have. It's funny because I means I review my own stuff, but okay, it's just crazy. Check the tasks in package.json. For test, you should do npm test reset. Okay, npm run dev. Why do we need that when we have organization? That organization that already returns the current user membership. Perfect. Review expenses. I've done a really bad job. Wait, what? What's going on? Continue. Can you fix it? What is going on? Okay, one thing. Have I spent all my credits already? Let me check. Okay, I give up. I was trying. It was not the credits. I have no idea what's going on. I will just... yeah, I guess I will have to fix it myself, right? I guess I just need to do npm dlx shed cn UI. How do I do that? Shed cn UI components text area. Yeah, that's all was missing. Okay, so I can approve it for myself. Yeah, honestly, I have no idea what is... expenses. Where is the tax area, by the way? Tax area. Okay, reject. Not cool. Yeah, all right. I think we're good. By the way, this session here is insane. This session costed me about like $2-3 for like 10 minutes. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna continue with the next task. I'm gonna spend all my good dollars that I have here. Feed task 5. And I guess we're done, right? Complete. Oh, this is marked as not started, but yeah, it's clearly started and completed. So I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna do continue. Gonna continue this one. Yeah, I want to change a business rule. When right now the policy assumes a per new requirement. Please add a new task in for this. Policies can now specify the span period that the policy applies to. It can be per expense, daily, weekly, or monthly. Weekly, monthly, or yearly. I don't think it's gonna complete that, but I'm just to spend my last few dollars there. Week, daily, yeah. This will then be used to automatically reject things out of budget by including existing approved expenses. This should also be a guard in the approval flow. This cannot approve if it could cause the expense the policy to be exceeded. Great. That's 007. Yeah, let me update this. Keep start on Sunday. Let's just do that. Use user quick start. Quick start. All right. Task 7, whatever. It's gonna come here, great, implement it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna stop before, but let's see how far it goes. Great. Almost done. Okay. Still have not 9 minutes to go. My brain is frying and I'm mixing Portuguese and English already. PM test, you said. PM test. Info test passed. NPM test. Before on that, let me just manual check this stuff. So what I would do, I will come here. I'm gonna go to categories. Gonna create a new category. Gonna do like Neo. Gonna come to policies, add policy, Mu. Gonna do organization. So organization wide will be monthly, and that's gonna be 1,000 monthly. And we're gonna add a new policy, which will be Mu, and that's gonna be for our friend colleague. That's gonna be daily, and that's gonna be 20, whatever. That's gonna require a manual review. Okay. Yeah, you cannot add it, but you can delete whatever. That's good enough. So now, if I come here, submit expense, I need to refresh. Submit expense, Mu. If I do 10, dinner, and then I do another 10, and then 8, then I call coffee, and if I try to do another 3 and call it I don't know, water, that is rejected automatically. Okay. However, if I come here, let's say that thing is 30, but it requires manual review. This means I come here and try to submit Mu. Let's do another 8, coffee 2. Let's do submit expense. Let's do another 8, and let's do coffee 3, whatever. Oh, yeah, that's a bug. Okay, perfect. If I come to here to review expenses, if I approve this and try to approve that, yeah, it got an error validated, but yeah, it's good enough. Well, I'm impressed. Let me test another thing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna do npm Prisma Studio. It's the B Studio. And I'm gonna come here to expense, and I'm gonna change, so this coffee, I'm gonna change this created at, I'm gonna change to yesterday. All right, save and change. Now, if I come here to review expenses, I can approve this. No, I can't. How is it checking the? I can't even type anymore. Budget validation, validate budget, input update. Let's go to validate budget. Expense dot. Oh, there's a date. Schema. Yeah, there's a date. Of course, there's a date. Can I come here? Yeah, can I? Yeah, I edited the wrong thing, but yeah, whatever. I want to edit the date. Sorry. Coffee 2, have a date. Yeah, so coffee 2 is gonna move to 4. Save on change. If I come here, I guess we're here, and then I try to approve this. Now it approved. That's crazy. That's really good. Let's do 8 for day 5. Sorry, 8 for day 5. It's gonna reject. If I try to send 8 to day 4, yeah, it's been a real quite cool. Quite cool. Yeah, honestly, that's really good. Let me check my credits. Actually, before that, let's just let it finish. Yeah, I'm gonna let it do build and see if it finishes. That's crazy. That's so good. Yeah. Feet. Task 7. Yeah, that's wild. Honestly, that's really wild. Yeah, let me check my credits. Yeah, so we're back to 30 cents. And I want to see the threads now. So we have these threads and we can see all the threads that we had. And I guess we can go all the way down and view usage maybe. That's why. So the first thread costed $11 almost. Okay, let's see the second thread. Details. Oh. Yeah, I think I need to wait. But yeah, this is wild. This is wild. All right. So crazy. So this is my takeaway. I think this was the best coding agent I used so far, but it was also by far the most expensive. Like it's insane. Even if I was paying for like API usage, it was still probably haven't costed me anywhere close to that. It's just insane. It's just insane. The amount of money, like in 2 hours of vibe coding, I spent $15. When you put things into perspective, though, is the first, like you can see all the other videos. This is the first time that I've done all the tasks. You can argue whether or not I reviewed things properly or whether I took some shortcuts or not. But remember, I also done some major redesigns. Maybe that helped. Maybe that, it's hard to evaluate, but the overall, all the time, the experience was so good. The experience was so good. But yeah, it was just too expensive. I guess maybe if you're a big company with big pockets, willing to spend the money, maybe there's return over investment. And because it is pay as you go, maybe you're gonna find out that not all of your employees are using it. I guess maybe that's the reason why they added the leaderboard when compared to other things. I don't know. Make people competitive and make them all spend more. But yeah, I think if you have a lot of money, this could be interesting. But I still think it's hard to justify this cost compared to like just giving everybody Claude Max, for example. The 5x or even the 10x. Again, I spent $15 in 2 hours. So, if people are doing 2 hours of this intense coding, which I think people should be doing every day, who knows how even worse that is in bigger projects, with bigger context or whatnot. And I I'm worried about like the scale of this thing. So yeah, I would say it's hard to justify the return over investment, even though it was the fastest overall, the one of the best quality, like all across the board. Like the quality was really good. Still, like yeah, for that price, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think it was an interesting one. I wasn't expecting it to be that good. So I guess we learn everything a little bit every day, and yeah, every day we learn more, and we get surprised, and we keep moving on. So if you like this video, if you learn a few things like I done during this process, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I see you in the next one. Have a good one.